Make sure the game is closed. So, I've got a few different things I could do. I was thinking of doing the Lullaby speedrun and some other stuff, but I know it's not so much horror, but I think we're gonna continue season, which we started yesterday. Because it was very atmospherically like, well, it's sentimental, but it's also like kind of dark. Because it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but we got horror, and we got our first horror game in for October for this year. I've got a bunch more planned. I just don't know how much time I have right now, so I don't know if I can start another immediately. So we're just going to get attacked by this goddamn fly that's been in my room for 3 days and will not leave me alone. And then we'll swap over to season, a letter to the future. I'll continue on with that game because that game was pretty cool. And I want to actually finish it. I don't want to just end up never finishing it like other games. I still have to get back to Oninaki. Oh god, it's been so long. How do I play the game again? What is going on? I have to make sure I finish games once I start them. I can't leave them for too long. Or it gets so much harder to go back. Okay, we've got. It sounded like I hit some models or something. What the heck? This really doesn't want me to use my controller for some reason on the menu. Anyways, this is season. I'll load eventually. So right now we're exploring a valley that's going to be flooded by a church, sort of. We're experiencing its last moments. Let me get to the map again. So all of these are places we've been already. Like that's colored in. We have all the rest of the valley to check out, but it's getting darker, and I'm really worried I'm not going to get to explore the whole village before it goes completely dark. Is what appears to be hidden paths like this. West Cemetery path added. Okay, this seems to link up with the other path. I'm stuck! Okay, this is... Okay, the fact that there is specifically an unstuck button is kind of funny. Now I know why.
God is always stopping to tie his shoe. He bends over and his eyes go completely white for like 60 minutes. But he doesn't tie a single lace.
Okay, that was definitely a series of sentences. Okay, so why not? Yeah, it looks like that's all completely tied off. Please, I want to turn around. We're going this way. Get in there, but this appears to lead up to where I was. Yeah. Is this cemetery path. fact that it's its own location makes me think there's gonna be something around here. Maybe not. I guess there's wherever.
This tower has a large bell attached to it.
I wonder if this will progress my time. There's only so many things you can do here before we run out. Would be interesting.
I knew my brain was doing something special. I thought I'd wake up with an idea for a new shape or color. Everybody would love my new shape or color. But instead, my brain gave me a dream which made people afraid, which is making you leave. The dream scared me, but also made me glad to be alive. I am happy to keep living. I don't mind.
I really like that it feels like they didn't get voice actors for this game. They got like regular people. Because these are just like regular recordings of people supposedly, and it really sounds like
The
it.
elder said it means the season is ending soon. I want to tell you the dream now. Let's shut our eyes and lay on the roof. We are already on the roof. That's good. I'll speak the dream out loud and you imagine it. You can close your eyes now. I'll tell you when to open them. I am in the forest. The sun is bright. My stomach rumbles. I'm hungry. I look for something to eat. There are fruit trees lining the path. I look for one to pick, to eat. I climb up one of the trees and reach out to grab a shining red apple. I blink, and suddenly the apple is rotten. It looks like it's full of spiders.
Oh god.
I blink again, and now the apple is just a baby apple. Not ripe or rotten. I lose my balance and fall onto the ground. The apple changes colors. Some are eaten, some disappear. I hear a voice. Someone is there with me. I try to recognize who they are, but their face keeps changing. They're kind of everywhere. I tell them I'm hungry. I want what the earth is trying to give me. They say, these aren't apples. They're memories of every apple I've ever seen. There's something wrong with my eyes, and there's something wrong with the soil. They say I need to look into the sun to clear out my vision.
That's not a good idea.
They say we're gonna look together, and that when we do, they'll melt away. They want to. Then behind them I see you, watching from the shadows. You've been taking notes on everything. This makes me feel better. I turn my head and I let the light in. I lose track of everything. When I get my senses back, I find myself holding a round, red fruit in my hand. I don't know what it is, but I take a bite, and it's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. Then I woke up. You can open your eyes now. You probably have questions. I was seeing old apples, new apples, everything. I couldn't see the right now part of everything. I had to forget a little. You were there, but you were separate. Whatever happens to us, we need you to keep an eye out. Somebody has to stay normal. Somebody has to not look into the sun. I feel like everything is happening the way it should.
Are we not looking into the sun right
But
now?
I still wish
On
none
the
of
roof?
it would happen at all. I wish my dream didn't mean anything. I wish we had wasted more time together. I'd like that very much. We'll go down this roof together, and you'll keep going down and down, down into the heart of the world. Thank you for listening to my dream.
Alright, well. This is the cemetery itself. We have like nothing off the path. Very few things there. Ooh, it's glowing.
I remember seeing the ocean for the first time, and something about the light, the water,
It had the
the
crystal in it.
voices of other people. The boundary between myself and the rest of the world felt very thin. It was beautiful. A way to remember your loved ones?
Okay. This is East Cemetery Path. This is no longer in the cemetery. I did take some more pictures on this cemetery path, right? Did I not? Oh. They considered still in the... Hoping to get those bugs. Not a lot going on here.
I try to divide the things I see between two categories, permanent and impermanent. But the division breaks down. The difference is just a feeling. Music from a trio of performers. The metal, the breeze, and my mind.
Right, oh, we got a memory too. This is also like just music though.
This flower was broadcasting music. They're keeping the memory of the dead alive in a way I've never seen before.
Okay, but
There isn't enough room
is this
for
part
a
of the church
cemetery in
thing?
the village. Here, memory is granted space. Land is used to let the living meet the dead. Or maybe it's the other way around.
Still things I'm missing on the God of Forgetting.
Gary's tombstone. He'll stay behind in the valley.
His mind left his body and became one with everything else.
Unlit candles being drowned in a flood. A loss of potential light. Potential prayers. When you don't don't know a symbol, it looks like a drawing. But when you add the meaning, it can tell you everything you need to know. I can still walk through the streets of my village.
I didn't get to
down
read
the
that.
corridors of memory.
Resolve to remember our gods. The flood will take our homes as time takes the body. The past remains untouched. Silent Molly, her last words, repair and forget. You're making the stones still. Kind of definitely thought that I was gonna get one of the like towards God parts. A wonderful athlete, a victim of walking amnesia. Forget who she was, forget how to breathe. Or forgot who she was, forgot how to breathe. Yeah, Jacobo who never bathed and told the same jokes over and over again. I guess that's definitely the fear of walking amnesia. Our Francisco returned to the gods to attain infinite laziness, to become an undesirable saint.
The text is barely legible. 3 aphorisms from the young. 1. Time moves us when we move not. There is no time. It looks like a set of aphorisms. Now to find the rest.
Oh, so I have to find 3 of these hanging around here? Dear youth, your grave and mine stand in the same sunlight. Do I think the other aphorisms are going to be here or throughout the village? That's the question. I haven't seen anything else here that could be. Children all taken by the red cough. Person who spent his youth sleeping, woke up as an old man, lived a few years and died. He did not regret anything. We, the people of the valley, found this unknown body among us. Burned our rights and buried it. We don't know their name or their story, but wish them peace.
The tomb is elevated, so maybe the body isn't buried under earth.
Didn't get anything. Okay, I guess on to the next spot. Oh, that's not all colored in though, is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so the next path's here. Let's see if we can find anywhere that would potentially tell us about any of the gods or anything. feels like the edge of the cemetery path. I don't know if I even... Uh-oh. I got a kid.
Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad, but we're always walking on ruins.
Is this path back the way we went? Definitely gonna have to talk to this kid at some point. Let's quickly go up the path we didn't take, see if there's anything up here. Another questionable bridge. Oh, there's something.
They seem to be looking for something.
Dogs that run everywhere but home. No, like spots for sitting and stuff. And this mural.
They're bringing the dam down. Eventually?
Passerby, I've shared my mixed feelings on a certain organization. These are my potential perspective. What is your perspective? Let's paint around, make a mic. Give another view.
I wonder if the graffiti will survive the flood.
Let's not walk off the cliff while going for this picture.
What mark should I leave?
That's a good question. What do we want to represent here? Represent our own city.
The mark will be washed away, but the photo will survive.
Oh, this side of the sanitary path was the same as the other. I see. They didn't have to backtrack. I mean, I still found these cool things I wouldn't have found otherwise, so. I'm glad I did come back this way. Yeah, so this just takes me all the way back up here. Cool. Oh. There we go, got turned around. Back we go. There. Anything up in here worth taking a picture of? Doesn't really seem like it. Oh, whoa! The game did not like that. You're like, nope. Okay, I guess not. Alright, let's go talk to a kid then.
Do you want to go on a sightseeing tour?
Yeah,
Next
show me
tour
around.
goes in, well, now basically. Saying goodbye is like when you empty your pockets before going to bed. You get to see what you picked up. The things I picked up need somewhere to sleep. Follow me.
Alright, kid. Sightseeing tour. Oh, this is very pretty.
We had a picnic here a long time ago. I can't remember it, but I've seen an old picture. Can you take a new picture? And I'll sit like Dad does in the old one I saw.
He is a great kid.
Mom disappeared one time. It took me
Disappeared.
a while to find her. She was sitting right here, and she was sad. I got one of her tears on my finger, like a little bug, and I flicked it into the water. And I said, flow, 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 until it didn't sound like a word anymore. It made her feel better. Now I say it. I say it when everything is moving, but we don't want to move. Come on.
Oh, wait, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me add this. Let me add these. Coach's tour. Alright, where to next?
Let's go.
I'll come back through here on my own. Wait, we're going back this way? Ooh, the frame rate is not it is not happy. Frame rate is very not happy about whatever this is right now. All of this is stuff I haven't looked at yet. I'm a bit worried it's gonna springboard me somewhere further along. Parking lot.
Everyone's here. She's really going to do it. How can she be sure?
The shrine is protected.
How does she know?
Sonia knows.
How can she be sure? She can't know for sure. This has never happened before, has it? I don't want this. We need to leave. Let's just run.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh, God.
We're going to be okay. It will all be over soon.
I mean, that's menacing.
Who is Sonia? What did she do to protect the people of the valley? All my life I've heard solemn references to the war. It never reached our village, but it touched the lives of our grandparents.
The shrine is protected.
What happened here in the valley, and how did it end? They believe a prayer put the soldiers to sleep. Is that possible?
Oh, I want to open.
This must be the dream sickness. They'll sleep forever.
Wait, hasn't the war been over for a while? So the soldiers are still alive, but they're just out here sleeping? Wait for you in the space between seconds.
Is she still waiting?
Wait. Wait, that's fucked though. Like, are they just being left here? Are they going to be left and drown? Like, when it's flooded.
Music from a trio of performers.
Oh, we've already.
The metal,
You say that.
breeze, in my mind.
How long have they been resting here?
Do their friends and family know what happened to them?
Kid, you're taking me somewhere real morbid.
This must be Kochi's drawing. The elder showed me this symbol. The soldiers are from the prismatic grounds. I don't know what it's like to be that hungry.
Never sleep so soundly, you'll never remember so fondly, you'll never forget so gently.
That last line is kind of disconcerting.
The lost, we pray for those lost in the turmoil. The war, those who never came home, who may be living or may be dead, or may be trapped somewhere in between. The dead, we pray for the dead, for those wilted by the act of man. The maimed, we pray for the maimed, for the long echo of pain to cease.
I'm looking at a memorial to the lost, the killed, and the maimed. We are so lucky the war never came to Cairo village. All this will be washed away.
God, this fucking fly drive me crazy. Push far ways refuse to join the prismatic systems. Don't imagine the skeletons. So in conflict, the prismatic long retreat has now even reached Tiang. Neutral area. The war will continue until something.
The people
Sounds
here
like the
weren't ready for
prismatics
the
were
war.
losing, and we're retreating backwards and cut through the valley. Here's 772.
This machine fueled countless tourists motoring into the valley. Supply lines must have been cut off when the war started. I've seen pictures of cars before. They were common in the golden season.
There is a car there.
This
We
car
see
seems
one.
to be named Hong Kong.
Car seems to be named Hong Kong. And that's the sound they make. I do love that awkward culture. Ah, this seems to be this. It's like, no, you sweet summer child. Here's an actual car.
This is an actual car. They used to be everywhere. The scale of the old world grew beyond human proportion, maybe beyond human feeling. The parking lot will never die.
It's god dang fly. Yeah, we got this. We can finish this off too.
The war was its own season, but the trauma of it echoed on into this season, haunting it.
Okay, let's see what the kid has to say now. I think we're done with the parking lot. Let me actually check the map quickly. Where exactly is it? Okay, so we've crossed over and we're down. We're gonna have to go back up into that forest area we kind of just briefly looked at. We're gonna have to go through there. Then we'll come back down and do the south side. Oh, I didn't even see that mural up there.
His name is Frenay. I asked him how he ended up sleeping here. Frenay said they were in the valley because they were so hungry. And then there was light everywhere. And they fell asleep forever. They should be old men now. But they couldn't get older if they tried. One
Oh,
time
they're
when I saw
actually
my
sleeping
uncle
forever.
cleaning them, it was so funny. He looked like he hated doing it. I'm not supposed to touch the soldiers. but I let Frenay borrow my pig. I need it back now. Let's go.
I missed the pig. I could have gotten a picture of the pig. Let's get one last picture.
The memory of war lingers, but the Greyhands are guiding people somewhere else.
Alright.
Let's go.
Oh, this camera's so slow. Which way are we going? This way. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff we missed back there. It's fine. Fine, we'll loop back around. We'll come back and do all of this. Okay, we're going back home already? Are we done with the tour? There's 2 spots, or we have somewhere over here to go? I still have to figure out those last things for that God's Domain. I'm hoping it'll be near the shrine. Okay, we're gonna see the big tree.
This is my tree. Since we can't bring it to the city, I don't care what we bring. I love the tree, and Dad cured it. That's what he did. All this purple stuff in the valley that makes you feel funny. See? This used to be purple. And dangerous. Dad made the dangerous part go away. He wanted to make it so all the purple rocks were safe and green. I know there are
His
plants
tools.
underwater. Can a tree become an underwater tree? This one can't die. It's been through too much. Let's go.
That's something really important potentially that we just learned. I mean, we can hear those branches and whatnot.
Let's go.
I can figure out how to do that. If you're able to do it in the game, of course, that could be really interesting. I figure out like the gods area, the worship place. We did take his tools. This is the least efficient route you could have gone, Kochi. This boy will never be a speedrunner, I tell you what. No, we're just gonna go through here. We're not gonna stay. You're not giving me time to take pictures and stuff. You're going straight to the temple that I wanted to go to very last. Alright. So we're just doing a full lap, it seems.
I wanted to see the water come up from here. To see it crash. I thought the flood would clean everything. But Mom said a flood is dirty. That makes no sense. I asked if we could stay and watch, but Mom said we need to get a ride to the city.
I bet you they're not even going to actually break the dam. They're gonna keep mining those rocks.
That's our house. You're good. Come on.
Such a huge structure. I wish we had more information about the olden days.
Oh geez, 2 or... Seems like we probably have like one more stop to go.
Let's go.
Alright, which way are we going? Tried to bait me out that time? I'm on to you. I know you just turn around and go back the same way because you don't understand basic speed routing at all. I'm on to you, kid. I got you. Oh, why are you so much better at tight turns than me, though? Kid, slow down. The FPS. Kid, the FPS. The FPS. Fine. What's not fine is this goddamn fly in my face. Are we going to Cow Farm? Or are we going back home? Probably back home, right? Start pre-turning this way. Yup. Called it. I'm on to you, kid. Oh, but we're gonna take this way up, are we? The frame rate. Oh, we're going up this way though. Okay. Oh, we're probably going to his dad's tomb. I was not on to him. I was very wrong. Yeah.
Mom wasn't there when he passed away. I was there. Dad had his eyes closed, but he was making a face, like he could see something. So I asked him what he was looking at. He said he was looking at me, and I was all grown up. He saw me climbing up a hill in the sun. Then he said his memories were falling to the soil, and he had to go with them. He didn't want to go, but he had to. He squeezed my hand, and it hurt, but I didn't mind. Can we wait here a while? Just to see if something will happen?
I met a boy who lost his father just like I did. It's something I don't talk about much, but I did to him. I've been recording everything for you, but this feels private. I'm not sure if I want to share this with the future.
Yeah, I feel like if I say record what you told him, that's the only way we know what actually happened. But it feels like the type of thing to keep private. I guess I record though.
Your age when I lost my dad. Growing up, everyone said I took after him. I didn't know what it meant exactly, but I felt proud. He fell while climbing a mountain. The other climbers looked for him. He really tried. A friend of his almost fell, maybe in the same spot. The search was called off, but my search kept going. I couldn't understand where he went. Every morning when I woke up, I thought he'd be back. Couldn't he come back just as easily as he disappeared? I was embarrassed to look for him, but I did, secretly. I thought about impossibly small places, like in the air of my breath or in the silence between heartbeats. It was silly. I felt silly. At the same time I was growing up, I was changing all the time. Every night I would go to sleep and wake up a little different than the day before. And I realized my dad had gone to a place where you don't sleep and don't wake up, where you never change. They must be waiting for us there, in the place we all were before our memories began.
You're still here. The tour's over. That's your prize, okay? I have to go home now. I'll see you someday later today.
Someday later today.
Kochi collected objects around the valley and laid them to rest at his father's grave. I've collected memories. Where will they be laid to rest? The museum vault?
Okay, so I have to go back to Forest Path. I'm still very curious about this. Because I tried to interact with the ceremonial bowl and it didn't work. And I don't know what this is. This is a picture of something somewhere. These two things were in the actual area. This I got somewhere else, though. It just says in Tiang Valley, so I think these other two must be somewhere else around the valley. Okay, wait. So we don't have to see the kid again. Yeah, there's a star next to 024 now, so back to that valley path. We'll get back to our little loop around this valley. Actually, I'm gonna run to washroom real fast. I will be right back. All right. I hit a rock.
I'd like to live in a house that looks like this, forever on fire.
I don't know that I'd want to be on a forever on fire house. That sounds hot.
There is no end and no beginning.
Lovely little firehouse.
It's a powerful thing to persist in a state of unknowing. It can save your life sometimes. I hold tight to the feeling of being almost lost, barely lost, wandering with conviction.
Like there's a lot of stuff in this forest I could
I
find.
tell Dad that I left home. I would describe this feeling to him in detail.
I should.
A calm sound comes from the strings.
Not really anything at the bottom here. Had to check though. I think this just loops me back to the start. Looks like it. That's fine with me. That means I haven't missed anything yet. So let's go. Back around then.
The faces look trapped in there.
That's a statue. Okay, we'll come back and look at it. Let's look over this way first. Take me. Okay, so I did actually miss a path when I was up here. What is going on with my camera right now? What? Playing that
Am I
cicada.
stealing what I record?
When the cicadas cry. Wait, is that a When the Cicadas Cry reference? Because it's in a whole plot of that. Like the murders and stuff. Is a whole part about like dam workers being killed or something? Wait a minute. Wait a fucking. There's no way. There's no way a game. Well. No. Ryukishi? Ryukishi Zero Nana? Hello? Artist workshop. I mean, this is actually whoever did the design for these like sculptures and stuff. It's sick. Big props to whoever did the design work on that stuff. I guess. Yeah, that's probably it. And this. Oh. This is a weird spot. Where does this go? Oh, it goes to the other side of the bridge. Wait, so this doesn't link me back to like below? Oh, okay. Interesting. And that means there's a spot I'll have to backtrack to. Oh, probably up here does though, right? I came. Is there a path up here that I missed? And then I probably just missed a way to go back over here real fast. Let's see if I can figure that out. Oh no, this is the path. Okay, okay. Never mind, we're good, we're good. False alarm.
not sure what to think about this. Within the piles of junk, I found a metal cutout of a symbol. These patterns, what powers have they had and lost? Isn't a name also a symbol of sorts?
The camera does not like to turn very well in some of these spots. No. Apologies. I did not mean to go
What a
through that.
cheap-looking contraption. I'm not sure what to think about this. This instrument is so beat up, but lovingly preserved. It must have played some important tunes. Too bad this is sold out, and happened 100 years ago.
Huh. No, hey.
Oh, that sound. The camera click. The valley used to be so full of the sounds you couldn't hear yourself think. Now to hear it again. That sweet, awful click. You came to see the work of the reclusive artist. Come here. Let me see. Bring it close. My eyes. I can only see here.
The text is barely legible.
Oh, it's another one of these.
3 aphorisms from the young. None should see the face of love and live. Just one more to complete the set.
He really likes the dogs. The big robot dog. Does this go back? Go to the entranceway? Oh, okay. That's a lot of hair. Pointy hat metal friends.
Awful. Form, color, subject. Simply awful. That was me trying to play to the crowd, to be charming. A crazy woman made this junk. An artist. I buried her a long time ago. I'm surrounded by it. I spent my life trying to make something beautiful and true. I failed. Can you bring me photos of my art? I'd like to see my work one more time. I want to see how I wasted my life.
I've got a number of them.
The figure is without grace or true emotion. I thought if I stood outside his door long enough in the rain, that God would let me inside. All I did was toil my fingers to pieces. I wanted to capture this valley in a piece of art. That's all. Best of luck to you. I tried my whole life and all I did was create piles of trash. Enough about my... Let me see what else you've got in that journal. My trash all on a page together, like a real art exhibit. One day, you could add my name to it. Mitziora. They might as well know who to blame. The museum vault. Every artist dreams of their work hanging on its walls. Oh my God. You'll try to go there?
Yep.
It's so far. It'll drain your life away trying to reach it. That is undeniably true. Your journal might end up in the vault, which means my artwork might end up there. Oh, that would redeem everything. Every wasted hour.
Just wanting it to be seen.
Falls back out of your throat. It hurts. But I can do better than those little statues. I can, if you help me. This art will memorialize Cheng Valley, and we'll finish it together. Cheng Valley has many faces, many themes, characters, eras, stages of its existence. Take a look through this junk, and we'll pick one of those faces. A face to show Cheng Valley to the unborn children of the next season. You do that while I make some tea.
Okay, so a theme for the final place. Well, since I know that there's a hiding spot back here, let's go see what's back here now. Now that's
Looking
a...
at the gun. Before coming to the valley, I'd never seen a weapon before. Is the war the origin of this haunted feeling?
Maybe not do the... Maybe
Looking
not.
at the gun.
No, I'm trying to look at the other thing.
Before coming to the valley, I'd never seen a weapon before. Is the war the origin of this haunted feeling?
I want to look at whatever the fuck this is over here. Oh, that just sneaks me back out. Oh, okay. I guess it's the gun? Okay, maybe bring the symbol.
Within the piles of junk, I found a metal cutout of a symbol. These patterns, what powers have they had and lost?
Bring the symbol. I think it's for the gods, which could be interesting.
The sleep symbol.
Oh, the sleep
This
symbol.
is the pattern, the vibration the prayer makes. When the prayer is said, you can feel it in the air, but you can see it in the water. If you ever see this pattern in motion, prepare to sleep. There are two others. Remember and forget. But this one is my favorite. This is the pattern that ended the war. Sonia, the monk, used this prayer to end the war.
Apparently the whole war ended
Prayer
here.
to end a season. God of sleep listened. Power was greater and deeper than anyone knew. That was how the last season ended. Do you want this to be our theme?
Yes, let's do the
Very
religion.
good. And the tea is ready. In the past, I tried to control everything. My work was dead. This time, let's follow our intuition, gather some pieces, and see what happens. What magic might be hiding in this day, which will pass and never return? This tea is good for the throat.
That sounds like a lie coming from you. Your throat does not sound good.
Makes me want to sing.
It just made it sound worse. Okay, maybe it does make it better. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. I'm sorry.
That was it. That was Cheng Valley. I thought we would capture Cheng Valley in a piece of art, but we captured it in a moment instead. A moment can
Sirens.
never hang on the wall of a museum, but you will still carry it with you. You were the co-author of this moment. I would never have found it without you. I'll rest these weary knees, these older. But you're welcome to bring me images of this valley, as long as you bring them close enough for me to see. I'll tell you what I know. There's only a little bit of today left, and then the city, the flood, the lights, the next season. Oh, you'd never believe it. That locket was a gift from a famous singer. But you won't get me, an old lady, reminiscing about a dalliance? No. Next question, please. Ha! All right.
Latiora is a true artist.
Well, you should be sure to visit the shrine. When the sun is down, the gate will open. I wish I could show you around, but maybe you can bring the valley to me. You could show me photographs you've taken here, and I'll rummage around in my mind for any gems. Oh dear. Did you speak with him? You did well to avoid his gaze. I'm looking forward to the void being buried underwater.
Okay, the void. I'm curious more about that.
My last commission work. A misguided memorial. I made these dogs of war and spread them out around the valley, where the soldiers used to be. But the war didn't need a statue. We have the soldiers themselves, frozen in time.
I've got all of the cows. So this is pictures from my own place. I wonder if she'll recognize this.
I can feel the warmth coming off this picture. The place might as well be on another planet. This is your home. Just wait until I get my own pair of wheels, my own army, my electric legs. I'll be over for tea. I'll meet your darling mother. You won't be able to get rid of me. Silent writers, have you ever written words on your own home? Poetry on a dead surface? To throw up your name, to go all city, to bomb the system? These old values are particularly unknown now.
Actually, that is kind of funny because there are so few people who know what bombing means these days. It feels like, which bombing is like tagging. It's where you go out and you write your name everywhere, like graffiti and tagging. Like she was saying graffiti stuff there, and she's right. Like these days, with the way surveillance has increased, it's harder to get away with graffiti in the same way. Wait, no, I'm not ready to go. I have so much other stuff to go look at first. I still have to look at, like, everything else down on this half. Oh, don't leave that behind. Still so much stuff to see. I'm still missing like a bunch of intro on the god too. Still missing a photo and another. Just one photo. That's fun with the signature. Sure.
A face worn with the strain of creation. She is compelled to create, like how I feel compelled to document this season.
Oh, right. I went there early. But yeah, we're still missing like 2 of these. I tried to do the ceremonial bowl. And taking pictures of it did nothing, so. Oh, wait. I have the picture. I can show it to her. Maybe she'll tell me something about it. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I just need someone to tell me about it for that entry. Oh, someone is calling me. 1 second. Well, that was an interesting scam call. Do you remember me? No, I don't remember you actually. Ah, yes, you do. We talked about Bitcoin. Bitch, I've never talked about Bitcoin with someone in my life. I'm not fucking investing with you. Shut the fuck up. Don't know where you got my name and number, what mailing list you're off of, but no. That's a no.
I wish I could show you, but maybe you could show me, and I'll rummage around in my mind for any gems.
Okay, so I took pictures of the bull, right? Wait, but it's not letting me choose them. Is this the bull?
Dig it up or leave it in the ground. Either way, Harpic will make itself known, make its presence felt. Is it the source of all strange happenings? Oh, mine of our religion itself? Maybe it would decay on its own in a million seasons. But some are not so patient. Some would rather this magic just be gone. Leave us in peace.
Okay, well, apparently it's not counting that as a picture I can get told about. I do have the picture, though, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, these are fucking weird scam callers. Like, what? Huh? It was interesting though, because it sounded like that, and they started with like, "Oh, what are you doing?" As if we're like casual, and then they're like trying to be like, "Yeah, open access desk or something." I'm like, it makes me almost wonder as if they were getting scammed by like someone pretending to be me or something, or like not even me, but like someone and just gave my number or something. I don't know. It definitely felt off though, and like I'm not gonna humor. I'm just gonna hang up. The fact that they haven't called back, you would think they'd call back and be like, "What the fuck? Why did you hang up on me?" Kind of gives away a bit more than it should that's a scam. You know what I mean? Oh, no, I wanted to go up there. Can I go up there from here? Okay, yeah. This is the way we took with the kid. There's that big statue thing. Yeah, let's go look at that statue. We can come back down here. Oh, there's a path up that way. Interesting.
The figure of this statue feels like it came to someone in a dream. That's just
Oh, so there's a different god here. Oh, so I probably do have to go back to that other place to find the other shrine stuff. Okay. I want to remember everything. You're a childhood friend. You taught me how to lace my shoes.
Those slips are prayers to this god for memories?
Okay, so there's a third god somewhere in the valley, but that also means the stuff I'm missing is probably from the air itself. There's this again. Then there's a picture. I'm probably going to have to go back into where that god was and look around there more. Because I'm starting to assume this is all stuff you're supposed to be able to see.
People prayed here. Who did they pray to?
Yeah, because I tried this and it didn't work. That's sad.
purple minerals are built into this statue too.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back for that shrine. I'm gonna have to find the last two things for this shrine. I wonder if the main stuff is gonna be at the main shrine, because I'm missing two for both of them. It also looks like there's supposed to be another god, because there's 3 gods, so where's the last one shrine located at? Maybe it's in the main shrine? Maybe I missed it somewhere else. Okay, so this is back. Okay. No, this must be the last one, I guess. Maybe?
There is something calm and descending about this statue. Like falling slowly.
Please keep the soldiers asleep forever. Praying for a dreamless sleep, I want to wake up new and not carry the arms and limbs of dead memories into the morning. Please let me rest. I hear the electricity in the air. I hear the radio waves. I hear cars moving on a distant highway. Please let me rest. I think this is most relevant to the...
Those
Wait.
slips are prayers to this.
If I remove this, does this cause them to wake up? I'm stuck.
People prayed here. Who did they pray to?
Maybe no.
It seems like all these stone statues have that purple mineral built into them. We have Dr. Fumio's cures to negotiate with the exigencies of life as a conscious being. Here they have a religion. The form changes. Our needs remain the same.
Is there anywhere that I'm missing out on? Besides the gods. Maybe it's just the gods. Is this to the shrine? Wait a second. Oh, this does go up to the shrine. Oh, it seems like all the paths remaining go up to the shrine. I think this might be all that's left is to go up to the shrine. See if we can't find some of the other stuff about the gods up here.
Bugs don't know anything. They don't even know they're bugs. This must be for writing something. But what?
Yeah, it's for writing the worship slips.
I wonder if this god is supposed to be missing part of their face. I smell hay, rust, and old warmth.
Oh
A
yeah,
symbol
okay.
And a name.
The void.
These stones must represent the three gods of the valley. Their names seem important. The void sounds ominous. The stone is to worship the tide. The tide, something calm that comes and goes. The symbol and the name are different here. The din. Din, din, din. Like an echo from the past.
Okay, the question is, now that I have these pictures, do I need to go back? If I have to go to each one again before we finish now? Because now it wants the ceremonial bowl. Is there an X for ceremonial bowl? Like, I don't want to go through these doors yet. That seems to be the last area. But before I do, I have to check. We have to go back to the last one. Well, maybe the other one is faster. No. That's just... Well, it'd be fast if I didn't get stuck. Okay, but we have to inspect the bowl. If it lets me actually inspect it and give it to me, then I have to go all the way back to the void one. That's like the one that'll take a while. It's a bit frustrating to have to go all the way back to. Yes, drop. That FPS drop is somewhat brutal. Okay, now that I know who you are, can I? Oh, yeah, okay, so you pray at them. This tide, right?
Tide.
Okay, so I do have to go visit them now.
Oh. I prayed to see you again. I didn't expect it would be in a dream. Life listens and then it does what it wants. We have to make do, darling. I've been thinking about how much the season needs you, and how the season after that will need you desperately. I wish I could help, but this is a brief dream. What can we say? Oh, what did you... Okay, I will. We all will. When I wake up, I'll tell everyone. We'll make as many pendants as we can. I don't know if you will.
Yeah, we're gonna have to protect our minds because they're potentially weaponizing these rocks.
For so long, I'll think it'll never happen. I'll almost make peace with having lost you to the world. But then, all the work of my grief undone in a moment. When I saw you again, I wept and I laughed. Someday you'll have a child of your own. Someday he'll want to see the village where his mom was born. And I'll be here, waiting for him. We'll stand together, just like this. I have a million questions for him, and he'll have a million questions for me. But before we can say a word, I'll look into his eyes. And I'll see you looking back at me. Take care, my darling. It's time to wake up now.
Okay, if we're gonna get scenes like that, it's definitely worth it to go back to all of these.
This god put me to sleep. I got to talk to my mom.
Oh, Void is dangerous, though. What are we gonna forget? That's...
Sleep is the shadow life that connects us all. It gives a cycle to our days. A reset, a reflection, remembering and forgetting at the same time.
Alright, well... since we're gonna be looping around... have... I'm not gonna lie, this fly is dragging me up the wall. It won't leave me alone. I try to lead it out of the room and it's still just fucking there. It refuses to leave. It just waits for me to sit down at my desk and then just bombards me. Or lay down to sleep and then, like, won't leave. Yeah.
It was my first time being in a car as it was being cleaned.
Wait, but we've never seen cars before. We're gaining memories from other people, or? That was less excited.
The prayer gave me a memory that isn't mine.
Okay, 1 second, I gotta deal with
Feels
this fly.
like mine now. It seems like it came from the golden...
No, I tried to lure it out with some food and failed. I have food now, though, I guess. So, I guess we'll eat as we go. Let's, I need something to cover my food. No. That's not the right god. This is
Been given so
theoretically
many
even worse
things.
now, because I have food and a
I
fly.
hope I'm able to pass them on through this journal.
Oh. Very hot food. I never rode this slow road. Past that one bridge. I might have missed something on that bridge, actually. It's like the scaffolding portion. I never did stop to look at like I meant to. Yeah, see that scaffolding there? See if that's relevant at all. Quickly, and then we're off to see the void. That's not relevant. And no point fixing it, because it's about to go underwater. Alright, now to visit Void. Void auto... Bring it to Void. If you know, you know. Can I get up there? Hmm. Seems not. Oh, it seems like you can walk up there, though. And find something. I do really like the landscape design of this game. It's quite pretty. The other gods are so public, and then this one's like hidden away. Dangerous.
void.
Hey, what did we forget?
I pray to the god of forgetting. I pray to the void to take a memory from me. There was a moment of hesitation between my pendant and the god. Did I really want this? If I did, my pendant would allow it. It happened just as my mom described.
Oh, we didn't lose that
There
memory.
was a moment as the memory left, when I felt the absence, but then it filled itself in. I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but after that moment in front of the statue, I no longer remember my own name.
Oh.
Void took it from me. I tried to remember someone saying my name. I looked through my journal and realized I never wrote it down. So it's really gone. Our minds are so delicate. I held my pendant tightly after that. What am I without a name? Can I decide now? Did forgetting part of me make me more free?
Hmm. It's interesting that the pendant seems to know if you want it and to allow it. Definitely an interesting take on it. Oh, all we got left is the shrine. Also, whoever this is, I think I've missed a few times. Yeah, I never recorded this one, did I?
I've always prayed when I needed something, but now I just want to thank you. The calm you brought over the world. I'm in love with this silence. This moment. We're going to live. And we're going to remember.
I can hear the relief in their voice. This must be after the end of the season of war.
I've always prayed when I needed.
No, this was not the right path. Oh, darn it. It'll get me there eventually. In
This
Village
shrine is
Shrine.
where it all began. I wonder if there are still monks in there. I knew once I went into the shrine, my time to explore the valley was over.
I just want a picture of these hours.
It'll open at night.
Alright,
I
time
knew
to
once
go.
I went into the shrine, my time to explore the valley was over.
There's the 026 left. Easel, I haven't seen, so I have to assume they're here at the shrine. If I just completely miss one of the residents, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
In the heart of the shrine, the void sits alone.
That's interesting. Void's the, like, main
It has wheels, but
person.
it looks like a house.
Okay, yeah, that must be the guy up there. The monk.
What are you doing here? I hope this isn't your first day on the job. There isn't much season left to record. What's that? Around your neck? That's a pendant. You're wearing a pendant. My God, I've read about those. A pendant to burner 5 memories, 1 for each sense. Who did you make the pendant with? And who lost the memories, you or her? I see. And what was something you burned? You burned a creature and a memory. Interesting ritual. Similar to what we do here, but different. Yeah, why do I? Your mind will make it into the next season intact. You're protected by 5 senses, 5 lost memories. What about everyone else? You ever think about that?
Yeah, that's why I told my family to
I'll be
make
right
them.
here until the flood takes me. I told you I read about them. Look at you, protected. The rest of the world is not so lucky. Me, the people you've met on your way here, nobody else is protected. You think everyone makes it into a new season intact? Tell that to the boys face down in the parking lot. You know things are about to change. I can tell. A collective pendant to protect a group instead of one person. You're welcome to try. My memories are all over the shrine. You can have them, destroy them, whatever you want. Asking an old monk to invent a new ritual. Let me die in peace.
That's depressing.
That fruit is an acquired taste. But go ahead, taste it for your, what did you call it? Collective pendant? Do you like the taste? The first time, yes. Ah, something about stealing fruit. Being young, stealing fruit, something like that. Is that enough of a memory? I guess I won't forget it now. I'll forget it when the flood comes. I remember seeing lights like these in the forest one night. It was Manches, the famous singer, our native son, surrounded by people in a ring of electric lights. Electricity in the air, in his voice, everything glowing.
We've got taste, we've got sight. This will be smell.
That smell old prayer leaves. The woman who took care of me taught me to pray with this incense burning. I wanted to learn, but when we kneeled down together, her being so close to me and the smell, I couldn't focus. She'd get angry, but I'd just get more lost. I asked her, which direction is God facing? She said, every direction. I said, so can I pray to change the past? And she said, of course. I was so happy in that moment to have been found by her. I could have been found by anybody, or by nobody. I am lucky. I am a lucky person. That old doll. What is that? Touch? Everybody had that doll. A tourist left that behind. A little kid. I don't know why I kept it. I knew she'd never come back. If she's alive, that kid is older than you now. Maybe they remember this doll. Maybe not. But the life the kid imagined in this piece of fabric, I can still feel it. Keeping it around and in one piece, it's like I'm keeping something alive. In the loneliness of a season.
I wonder if it's your mom who
nothing to pray for.
Or came through with one.
That meant something. Maybe it helped me survive. Would I admit this if I wasn't going to drown tomorrow? No, of course not.
I realized the burner, you give up 5 memories to make the protection. Void is the one who takes 5 memories, and he's here. This is a shrine to Void. So it might work, actually. Interesting.
We used to play this at breakfast. When I was little, Sonia would cook, and I'd dance around. When I was older, I'd cook, and she'd sit and try to sway to the beat. It was hard. She had trouble moving after the big prayer. I can hear her foot tapping. Do you hear it? That's 5. 5 memories. 5 senses.
An old monk surrounded by his memories. Is this a shrine to a god? Or is it a shrine to his past?
My name is Easel. I was the last monk of Tiang Valley. I never finished my exams to be a monk, but I'm the only one left. I took becoming a monk for granted because I grew up around them. If you're including a ruin like me, you must be serious about recording this season. What will you write about me? That's true, but I was once a scared little boy. I was orphaned by the war. The monks found me on the coast, wandering alone.
Wait. That looks like the what's her name? The leader of your city.
The head monk took care of me. I saw things I shouldn't
Kind of.
have. She helped me erase those memories. If I had any memories of my family, I lost them too. But at least I didn't wake up screaming anymore. I was so afraid of accidentally calling her Mom. She was the head monk, even before she ended the war. Sonia was an imposing figure. I slept, I forgot, and I grew. The soldiers came to the valley. Sonia hated the war for taking my family like it took so many others. The most powerful prayers are always made out of desperation. She figured out how to amplify our sleep prayer, a prayer that could end a season. No one had ever done anything like that. She sent me to the coast to turn on the light posts, to signal that the season would end soon.
Oh, yeah, this is the one that the mayor said they didn't understand what the signal is anymore.
Light posts alone, just to dream about another season, to dream about being born in another season, to die in another season, to imagine a life where I wasn't afraid to have hope. I'd like you to have one of these photos, to carry it with you to wherever you're going.
If we're recording this season, I think we need Sonia because she created this season. She's an important figure.
She was, to me.
She created the season that we're recording.
They've shut off the power. Won't be long now. Imagine the waves rolling in here. The water is so deep that light won't reach us. I should pray one last time. We should both pray right now. Your pendant, the sacrifice your mother made to keep you safe. It might be possible to pass on this blessing, to divide its power among the people you've met on your journey, to shepherd them into the next season. For a truly strong player, we would need to use up the power of your pendant. I'm not sure it would work. It's never been done before. But I know it would weaken your pendant. In that case, nobody would be protected. Before you light the candle, I want you to think hard about if you want to do this. Do you want to pass on this blessing and leave yourself vulnerable? Or do you continue your role as a vessel of memory?
I'm sorry, I promised my mom. I promised my mom, and I need to get there.
I feel the choice, don't speak it aloud, no need. It puts my mind at ease knowing you will be safe. You'll witness much more across seasons.
Yeah, we can't risk what we were doing. We've recorded everything.
We sink these words into the fragile earth to accompany lost souls. Listen to the record of our lives spinning and the old woman tapping her foot to the music. Taste the fruit we stole from the orchard and pretend to love the taste until you truly do. Feel the fabric of a lost doll. Smell the incense of an old evening sun, the caretaker prayer, the scent of the woods and the wedding tree. Turn your eyes to the colored lights. The faces in the crowd are the faces of your children. We offer this prayer on behalf of our companions. Let them find themselves with senses warm and ready for the life of the season to come. You have the sounds of the moment. The moment is already past. We've done all we can. I need to take you out of this place. It can't end here. Let's go.
The guy in his truck never came, did he?
The true end of the Tiang Valley was not the flood coming. It was when these people would go their separate ways.
Or maybe not.
At the
Yeah.
last possible moment, I saw them as a community.
Wait, did they leave the soldiers behind? Are they just gonna be drowned?
No matter what happens, I will carry the memory of these people into the next season. The Grey Hand arrived. He had what he called passports for everyone. He said they were supposed to have a photo, but that his camera was broken and he wanted to use mine. I saw in these little papers the beginning of a new world. He asked me if I
Profession,
could help him.
child.
I had only one moment to decide. I said, yes. The Grey Hand thanked me. He gave me a pin and told me their new name would be Floral Path. The monk said he felt like driving all night.
Listen closely. The road behind you leads to the coast. There's an old warning system on the beach, an emergency light that can be seen from the other side of the ocean. You can warn the rest of the world about the change of season. All you have to do is turn it on. It was built to survive anything. I'm sure it still works. Do you understand? Of course.
Easel lives.
I've been thinking about that all night. I have this idea to turn my van into a shrine. For every sermon I preach, I'll listen to 10. And you will remember everything. You will survive everything. Rest transparent in the spirit that gives you rise. Farewell.
I wasn't sure if the game was actually going to end after that section. I mean, it'll probably end once we light the... once we set the lights, but... that did feel like an ending, that cutscene. It could have ended there, probably. This game... its trailers and everything made it seem really ambitious. In scope, at least, so I kind of didn't think it would. And they're like, they felt very short compared to, or like, they made it seem like it'd be a huge, like, yeah.
The sound is so forlorn, trying to speak to the ocean. The warning lights look bigger than an easel's photo.
Yeah, they made it sound like it was going to be this really big open world with multiple communities you could find and explore, but I have a feeling it's just going to be the one. I remember early trailers, and then it actually took forever before it actually came out, so I wouldn't be surprised if they bit off more they could chew and ended up shorter. There's a crashed ship back in
Elder
here.
told me she grew up on a watery republic. The ship was commandeered during the war.
Looks like I can possibly go down there. I do go down there. I thought at first I was going up to wherever that blowhorn was. As it was blowing. No way I hit something there.
The life of all birds is an affair between.
Figured there'd be something here.
Not sure where I was going with this.
Definitely a flag, because that's going to be a Waterloo Republic's flag, isn't it? In fact, that's still there, hang.
On the beach, I move through the wreckage of an old season, and a way to warn the world about the arrival of the next. The cycle will continue. I hope I played my role well.
I like how someone can just arbitrarily turn these lights on and be like, ah, it's a new season. Ah, new season. Didn't think that one through when we made it. Also, someone's supposedly out here repairing these wooden paths, you would think. Oh, there's someone here. They're pink. Is there anything else around here, or do I just wake them up?
Tate's gonna be jealous when I tell him I saw an actual boat.
Hello, mister.
Hello.
That was not the voice I was expecting. I love you too. All right.
This too. Hmm? You turn them on? Aha! I think wrong.
Like he's doing the same thing I am. He's like, it's a. He's like, is it for sport?
My village. I draw the life. You see? You? Safe village. So. Ah, tree. Beautiful tree. I have tree. It's weird, no? I have weird. Public lizard.
Public lizard for everyone? Wait, this sounds like a utopia.
No. Haha. I say I live home. My mother no cry goodbye. Your mother? Ah, sad mom. Morning I leave. I go far, far? Alone. Long time. I leave home.
Uh,
Good.
It's, ah.
Amestai kaikel abe amamola. Nonoste Camila ek ohak.
I assume if you say why not, he says why not, but I'm assuming this is something very similar.
Olmo akal ero. I otakasta ak eli ek ohak. Ai ebernach el olahan onalol ek enhek etelen etelna. Look at crab now.
Yeah, just after all that, look at crab.
I see. I like it. I draw. What you like?
Cow. The cows, they came in handy. Let's go, cows.
Uh-huh. Sound. To play sound. You play sound.
That's the worst monkey recording.
These creatures scampering around, crying out.
Good. Here? 3 days together. Friend now. Sad that I go. Now, here, together, we are same.
It's still weird that like every other character have these like massive heads compared to us. Why are their heads so big? I don't know. Oh, that camera angle is weird, but okay, this makes sense. The tide has receded at night. Oh, that makes sense. It's only meant to be played at night, so it's set up so you can play it when the tide recedes. It was like very broken. Apparently not, though.
The lights sent out a warning to the other side of the world. I wondered if anyone was watching. I wondered if anyone remembers what it means. This season is over.
The season's over just because of one little town getting drowned. I mean, I guess it makes sense if that's the town that, like, put all the soldiers to sleep and ended the war.
I've decided to go with him. I feel so scared and so relieved at the same time. I can't think straight. Before sailing into the unknown,
That, like, might break
my letter to the future.
everything. So I guess this is the last time if I want to add any keepsakes or anything to my can. Open space down here. Oh, my cicada. Right. When the cicadas cry. Alright. I wonder what would happen if we hadn't kept our pendant here. If we'd lose our memories or anything. Well, they were talking about things moving under the water. I guess the changing season. Well, let's...
The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming right now. I want you to have it forever.
Well, let's hope our guy who knows how to drive the boat doesn't lose his memories or anything.
Now you're protected by lost memories.
Yeah, imagine if we hadn't, if we had given up. Like, there's a chance we should have and we'd still be protected, but...
The pattern of the surface of the water. I felt the god of forgetting wrap their arms around me.
The void.
A wave of amnesia. But when they opened their mouth, I heard my mother's voice instead. I step into the next season with my mind intact. But what about everyone else? The masses of the world without a pendant, without their mother's voice in their ear. I read through my journal, knowing it might be the only record left of their lives, of this departed season. I have to remember for everyone. It was a season to collect and to let go, to sort through dreams, visions, and memories.
He
All of
doesn't
which
seem to
had just
remember
been
me
washed
anymore.
away. I don't know what might have been gained by this. I can only show you what was lost. This is part of the history of our world. I discovered the Greyhands planned to remove the haunted quality of the season with a prayer. That prayer must have been for people to forget, to erase some of the world's memory. I hope what I recorded in my journal helps you cut through the fog of amnesia, to understand how the season changed. I'll continue taking measure of the world, even if I never make it to a palace of art and memory. No matter where you're reading this, I offer you my journal and the lives inside it. If anything in here escapes from the page into the world, let it be one sentence. Just a few words you heard from a traveler on a bicycle. When at the end of the evening, she turned to you and said, "It is not too late."
Well, I should have finished this yesterday. I thought this was going to be longer based on the trailers and stuff.
Leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up.
I definitely made it to the future, it looks
Now,
like.
stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Yeah, I guess ends there. I feel a bit disappointed, mostly because the trailers made it sound much larger, like it was going to be a huge open world thing where you could find different communities, but I'm not that sad. I really like that game. I like the messages in it. I know I didn't commentate a lot while playing it, but it was really hard to, because it was just like you would just have moment after moment that made you feel and just have to soak it in. There wasn't a ton you could say, but yeah. I think based on trailers, it was a bit more ambitious than what they like. It's either too ambitious or because I think Sony was pushing it and might have done the trailers. They might have misrepresented the trailers to get sales. I'm not saying that the dev team did, but maybe like Sony or like whoever is publishing it might have. Which is a bit of a shame because I think a lot of people thinking it's going to be larger or different are going to go in and not enjoy it as much. But no, I think that was a really sweet short game. It was definitely interesting. The world's really, really fascinating. The different gods, the fact that you find out at the end that the gods change the season, sort of, or can, Then there's also pendants, which aren't the gods. Like everything, memory is core to everything, both through like the medicine and through gods in different ways, and it shows itself in different ways through the two, which was interesting. Because even when they're, look at the god, the hands found a way to do it through like science, using the stuff from the gods. So very interesting. Very, very interesting game. I'm really glad I did play it. I've wanted to for quite a while now, and I'm happy I did. So it's definitely just the entire feeling of moving on, I think, is captured really well. It's also a very interesting like style of narrative, because it is like this combination of a bunch of different things. And I have like a ton of different feelings in different parts of it. And the fact that you can miss parts depending on what you ask people, and there's no way to go back without just replaying it over and over, is also very interesting. Depending on what you want, how much world building you want, and whatnot. Definitely feels like there's a lot of stuff I could potentially missed without knowing. Well then, though. This has been a pretty good stream. We finished season. We're not gonna have a game half finished for like a full year like some of the other games we have half finished. We also got to play yeah. I'm blanking on its name already. The horror game we played earlier. And finished that. It was really good. And now I don't have anything that I'm going to be worried about not playing or not finishing as I transition to playing mostly horror for the rest of the month. Right? This at least gets it. Like, I should have just finished this fully yesterday in one stream, because then I'd be able to do more horror today and have more time, but I'm glad we got through it. I'm glad I finished. I never got my second stream in yesterday. I ended up having a terrible caffeine withdrawal headache. Keep trying to quit them energy drinks. I'll be gone for a while, and then I'll come back, and it's all over. But yeah, so Funeralopolis was the other game, which is quite fun. But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's it's all for now for this stream. I do work first thing in the morning tomorrow, so I don't think that I can keep streaming. I have to do other stuff I have not yet done today. And my schedule's changing soon, so I don't know what days I'm going to be streaming, because my days off are changing, but I'll have 2 days off in a row, which will make it easier to stream, because that's one of the things that makes it a struggle for me, is having 1 day off and then like work a bunch, then 1 day off, then work a bunch has been really rough. Because that 1 day you have, like, it's so hard to have the energy. But having 2 days off, even if I don't stream that first day, I should always be able to stream that second day, as long as I don't have like other real life plans, sort of. So should be streaming at least once a week more consistently. I'll be trying to get in more. I want to get back to like 2 to 3 times a week that I was doing. Just finding the time. But once I can do that, we should be good. We'll probably have some like shorter streams. Probably default back to some like, here's 2 hours of Homecoming because I have 2 hours and I can fit that in type stuff, which is probably the big reason you'll keep seeing Homecoming. And God, 4 seconds, I'm almost there, but the more I think about it, the more I want to run it. But yeah, so next stream, I think next stream is our Let's Go with Hollow Body speedrun stream. I really want to do it. I don't want to keep putting it off. I think that's our plan for the next stream. So, yeah. As long as everything goes right and that doesn't fall apart, I'll hopefully see you next time for that.